様か。Kazuya Mishima wins! Kaiho.
Hey yo, it's me, your boy. What? Welcome in, Tanny. I need to invest in a new mic now. 100%.
Let's put some gravy on it.
I had drops enabled. Hey yo, forgot about that. I swear, at least once a stream I knocked my mic off my microphone. At least I've done it at the start this time. But how are you, Tanny? Congrats on being the first one here. Nothing.
何を言いやがるクソボケ。クビになるのは俺じゃん。来たよ。
I'm gonna load up the game and hold my mic like this for now. I do wonder what it will run like, because I've heard amazing things about this game. What the hell? What do you mean, what the hell? You look weird with no overlay. Yeah, I thought I'd try it out. See how it goes. Is there sound now?
Doing their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds!
What about now?
Flogged by war! The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of God and disdain.
Thank you for the follow, Tanny. You can hear? The game audio just wasn't picking up for some reason. Like, I changed it to, like, my music source. That didn't work. I don't know why. I had to, like, change it to my system sounds. So, like, you'll probably hear my Discord go off maybe once or twice. Aha, my mic's finally attached to my fucking mic arm again. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Like I mentioned, Shingo. How are you? Other than getting to the point where I'm gonna throw my mic arm across my room, not too bad. How are you? Hey, if it falls off again, I'm just gonna launch it across the room. Easy. Trying something a little different. Going no overlay. See how it goes. I don't know if I need a controller for this game or not, but I'm gonna try mouse and keyboard because it's easier for me. Oh, also congrats on first tube. Oh, the sensitivity in this game, Jesus, I'm fucking zooming. Controller's bad, but you can. Nice. Make sure I'll use a controller. Makes it easier for me because it means I can recline in my chair. I don't know what half this shit means. Oh, we're playing on high. Hey, yo. Ray tracing. Hey, boys. What's up, Bray? How do you guys feel about the no overlay as well? Damn. New Black Butler season next year. What the hell? Why'd they bring it back like in Black Butler? Oh, one thing I need to change is can't comes over my face cam. I think I like that. It doesn't gonna cover too much of the gameplay. The problem is you'll lose all game sound when I tab out. Piecing off, absolutely. I mean, pop alert thing other apart because they seem overlapping a bit. Oh, yeah. It's because when I did it, the person who followed me last didn't have such a long name. How's that? That look better? Sorry, my PTSD was going off. How do I not be rude? I'd rather you tell me than like, no one tell me. Because I'm dumb and I won't notice. But before, when I originally changed it, Falco followed in the last stream when we played Elden Ring. So like his name was a lot shorter than Tanny's name. I like the black line on the left. What the? Other fuck. Yeah, it's gone. I have a mobile, so I can't notice stuff is clear. Yeah, there's a slight black line on the left. But thank you for pointing out, Shinkai. Oh, trigger tube, that stuff doesn't bother me. I just like made this scene in like, I don't know, 10 minutes. So there's probably a couple things that will have to change eventually. Oh yeah, let's actually get into the game. Oh. Gonna go with normal. The game looks alright because it's not like a new game. Like even just like the menu and that looks pretty decent. God damn. Poor horse didn't deserve it. Rest in peace, Hans. Yeah, that was fucking brutal. It recently had a big next gen update, but they didn't change. So pretty much just got the ray tracing. Came out 2015 and it won Game of the Year. I heard everyone speaking about this game, but like, no, I just never brought it. The fact that I didn't have a great deal of excess cash to buy like games I didn't know. I did see what I message said, or Thanos snapped. I'm just gonna go with things I hate every game. 2 flights. That was a sick opening, I'm not gonna lie. The ending is trash. This game has a fucking cult following, so I don't feel like it is. Like one of the people I went to school with literally has like 1,000 hours in this game. Yo, can I show this? Oh no.
Find that amusing.
There's nudity in this game, but since it's a game you can show. It's like Zelda though. Zelda, the new one, is just Breath of the Wild 2.0 and it's 30 frames. Yeah, everyone acts like it's a god's gift. I was not ready to see fucking booty cheeks at 8 o'clock at night on a Wednesday afternoon. That's like his god's gift, but then Starfield is locked to 30 FPS, people cry. I think it's like is that like 2 completely different styles of game? But like with Zelda, you know, it's just, you're not there for the FPS, you're there for the story. Like I've seen some of the story in that, and like people have been crying about it, and they probably get into it. And it's on the Switch. Right, it's just not a lot you could do with the Switch, to be fair, until they bring out Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo. So Zelda's art style is ugly as fuck. I don't know. I'm torn, so I quite like it. I don't know who this woman is, but she's pretty hot. Same with that guy, he's also pretty hot. And the Switch isn't an excuse, like a Xenoblade graphics. Yeah, but like once again, that like 2 different. If I touch this mic again, it's gonna fall off. So fucking. Yeah. They're like 2 different styles of game. It's like trying to compare fucking Stardew Valley to Apex Legends. I just think Shinkai hates all big title games. I'm starting to feel that way.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Eh. Oh shit.
See, I thought Siri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
If I click want to stay with you a bit longer, are they gonna smash? And I'm gonna have to like hide the string. Doesn't show too much, just maybe a part of nipple. Hey yo, free the nip.
I missed you a lot.
And I missed you. But we'll have plenty of time to make up for that. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
Oh, I need to change the sensitivity. 100%.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Fucking moved. This is like one of the rare times where I'm not wearing a black t-shirt. We shouldn't get banned as a game. I feel like people have streamed this before. Jesus Christ.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
Do I need to have played The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2?
Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hog.
Yeah, they're different, but Xenoblade is a JRPG. Zelda's just some sandbox game. Xenoblade looks better in every way.
How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only
Yeah, that's like I said, they're different
Bring our young
games
damsel
aimed
to
at
the
different
lower
people.
courtyard. She wants to practice.
Like,
she'll
you
get
know,
it
most
right.
JRPGs look fucking... Like, they look crazy good.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her?
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that.
I will tell you now, you need to pick...
I'll
You
send
need
the
to pick on which heroes you'll stick with, or you'll get cut, like, actually. Hero. What the hell?
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. Focus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. And
Yeah,
now
but
get
gaming
down.
standards, Zelda looks and runs better because it has less
What do
in
you
it.
think?
That's the argument I'm trying to make.
All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go
Is she a
with you
child or a
because
midget?
You haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horrible.
But she's like really small, but she looks like she has an adult
No,
face.
and you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
With Zelda though, like everyone was so happy with, you know, the first one, Breath of the Wild.
Story's not good enough.
So why would they change it?
You're gonna read
If
ghouls and
Breath of the
undeads
Wild
in its
sold
entirety,
so hard,
appendices included.
No, please.
why make it 60 FPS?
I'd rather clean the stables.
Why make it
End of
look any
discussion.
better when it already made
Come on,
record sales?
We'll practice with the others down
Why
below.
not just add
Shall we
fucking
run the walls?
like extra story and ship it out? Because like you're thinking like a gamer, they're thinking like a company. They're thinking I can make money off this. Like yeah, I would love it all to look better, but like, I think a company is going to look at it and be like, well, this game sold, you know, 14 billion copies. Looking how it looks and on 30 FPS. So why change it? Especially with everyone like loving it so much and demanding a second one. Why spend the extra money to do that like extra when they're already making billions? Child? Okay, that makes sense. Like at the end of the day, you like Zelda and then you like Zelda. I just think people give too much credit to games like Zelda because it's Zelda. The name carries more weight than the game itself. But then that's why you can call them out for being shit devs, of being lazy. Just copy paste. Trash devs and people who buy new Zelda brainwash morons. And the reason games are dog shit these days. Just more efficient, not really lazy. Yeah, they're not thinking of it like how we would think about it. You know, like if I was to make a game, I would want it to be 60 FPS or more. Like 60 FPS is like the minimum. And I want it to look good. Because I know that gamers like me will fucking love it. I know like most games, like people would have focus on how the story is versus how good it looks. Like I would like to find a nice middle ground. Like the story's really good and it looks good, but that costs millions. Like you think of how much it costs to make a game, and then you think, okay, so like take Zelda. People wanted Zelda 2 so badly that they made a second one so fast. What was that, 3 years? For a game like Zelda, they were like, okay, we can just copy the same base, like the same basis of the game, continue on the story, and that's easy money. Like that's it. That's all they think about is why improve it when everyone's already eaten it up. So why spend the extra money when we could not spend the extra money and still make billions? Clearly good devs would improve the first without changing too much. I mean, with Zelda, they didn't so much improve like how it looks, but they went crazy with like the mechanics. Like, you can attach anything to anything in that game. Like, that's a cool mechanic. That wasn't in the first one. Like, they're just, they're not improving the game how you want to improve the game. Just because they don't really share about custom making games. They're from Nintendo's. Yeah, but you gotta think. Nintendo, one of the biggest powerhouses in the gaming companies, their games aren't ever on sale because they want money. So why would they spend the money to make the game look better when they know it's going to sell billions? Nintendo, what they do. Because they already know people are going to buy it. They just use a handheld device for it regularly when it comes to gaming. There's none of the games they quit. There are games that look better, run better, more content, cost less, and they came out 10 years ago. Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is, like, you're thinking like a gamer, like a normal person. You're not thinking like a CEO of a monopoly like Nintendo. I'm hearing is Nintendo can be lazy because Nintendo gamers are cucks. It's not even that. Like, most of the people who are playing Zelda are playing it for the story. Because, like, the Zelda story is really fucking good. But, like, that's just one of the things, isn't it? You just gotta deal with. Is because, you know, you're not ever gonna change Nintendo. You can't even stream Nintendo games or like post them on YouTube because Nintendo themselves will copyright strike you. You're using their content because all they think about is money. Because they are a global money powerhouse. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, think of how much money Nintendo is earning. What do they give a fuck? Like, why do they care that we want Zelda to look a little bit better? Or to run a little bit smoother? Like, oh, they look at it and be like, oh, there's a bunch of fucking nerds who want this game to run a little bit better. It's going to cost us like £1 million to do that. Or we could not do that and still earn the same amount of money. I don't think the whole blame is on Nintendo gamers. You can't just say the entire reason that games nowadays are shit is because of Nintendo gamers. Because most Nintendo gamers, like, they just play Nintendo games. Like, they're just not going to change, like, the game that you want coming out and is shit. You can't just blame that on Nintendo. Like, they, you know, for a game that, like, I love, Crab Champions. If that came out and it was shit, I wouldn't have been mad at Nintendo about it. Or Nintendo gamers. I'd have been like, oh, wow, that sucks. I mean, they're being spoon-fed the same stuff or acting like it's new. Yeah, but this is not a new thing. Like, FIFA have been doing it since fucking 2007. Call of Duty's been doing it for fucking forever. Since fucking Modern Warfare 3. Like, from Modern Warfare 3 until now, couldn't tell you any of the differences in the campaigns or multiplayer, other than, like, sliding. Every does for a mobile game, quality game. Yeah, but it's not just Nintendo doing that. Like, there's games on Steam like that. Fucking Cyberpunk. You got a game for $100 and it didn't even work. Phone in, make a character walk out of the room, fall through the floor forever. I'll do the thing where Zelda gets a pass every time. But this is the first Zelda like that you're complaining about. Like you think like Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, and all that. No one really gave a shit about the graphics. They were there for the story. So that's the whole point of Zelda, it being like one of the best story games. Like if Persona looked like shit, I would still play it. Because I'm invested in the story. Story is good, I don't really care if they copy and paste the quality of the previous game graphics. Of a game bonus. Yeah, like, for me, the difference between the two Zeldas was all the new mechanics they added. And the story. Like, I don't care they didn't improve the graphics. Like, this looks the same as Breath of the Wild. But it's in the same canonical universe. It's literally set, like, what, a month later? So, like, if you made the game look like a completely different game, it'd just be weird. No reviews shitting on the bad quality of Zelda, low FPS games, reskin compared to the other game. Redfall, Spoken Jedi, to Starfield. Wanted to shit on Tears of the Kingdom because it should have been a DLC, not a fully priced game. It depends how you look at it. Like, Tears of the Kingdom, $100 game. You want to deal with the story? Like, if you want to do all of the story, all the side quests, all that, 100 plus hours. But like, once again, you're thinking like a gamer, like one of us. You're not thinking like the owner of like Zelda, like the owner of like Nintendo. They're not gonna release all of that content as a DLC for fucking like 30 quid. They're gonna look at it and be like, we can make another game out of this. Why don't we? A lot of things changed, like the mechanics and the story. Like some of the like mechanics they added, I think they're sick. You know, it's like something you've not seen in a Zelda game before. And I didn't even want to think about how long it took to code, being able to stick absolutely anything on everything. Like all of the different like combinations. Like all of their effort went into that. Like the new mechanics, the new like enemies, and the story. Breath of the Wild came out in 2007. Tears of the Kingdom came out in May. And released a few quality of life changes. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like I get what you mean. But why is the company gonna pay the extra couple £1 million to make it 60 FPS? What do they gain out of it? Like, for us, 60 FPS is like fucking night and day these days. Like, when I played Bloodborne on 30 FPS, I noticed it straight away. But why does the fucking regional CEO of Nintendo give a shit? Because he's gonna make billions off this game. And he's like, if he's like, it's gonna be the same amount of money. He knows people are gonna buy it by how much people requested it and didn't shut the fuck up on Twitter about it. So, why? Like, they know it's gonna sell. It's easy money. That's like one of the main things about like being like up there in companies is you don't think like a normal person. You think like an owner of a company. How do I make money? Like with Nintendo, you want to try and push your game to be as profitable as possible, but also not making your company look like shit. Like, and then everyone below them just has to deal with it, because if they don't, they'll just get sacked. Someone else will get hired, and that's it. Because once you're in that chain, this man at the top says, "I want this." Well, you can't argue with him. He owns the company. He's just going to be like, "All right, Dave, fuck off. We're just going to hire someone else." Like you can recommend it. You can be like, "Oh yeah, this would be a good idea, but it's going to cost money." And the guy's like, "Well, fuck you. It costs money. I don't want to do that." And then you're like, "Oh well, I guess that's it. Just down at 30 frames." It's just one of those things that like it's gonna annoy a lot of people, but unless it makes some money, they're not gonna do anything about it. Like I don't mind how Breath of the Wild looks and how Tears of the Kingdom looks. I like the like sort of cartoony style. Like it doesn't make the game like too serious, but then like you start like getting through the story and like shit, damn, I'm crying. And I like the joining mechanic. I think it's a really cool mechanic. As an ex-code major, I could say it was probably a long time. Yeah, like when you think of how many things you can attach to a stick in Tears of the Kingdom, you've got to code that for every weapon, every item, and then you've got to playtest it and see if it will work. That's like that. Honestly, sounds like absolute fucking hell. You're arguing that 30 FPS is fine and 2023 is crazy to me. It's not the only game though that's locked. Like there's a few games like that are locked, but just, like I said, it's just money. Like they could push up to 60, but it's got like there's different variables like money. Can the Switch handle it? Like will my Switch just implode if you try and get 60 plus frames out of it? Why game devs are scum. None of them deserve their jobs, and all of them deserve to fail in life. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Like most of the time, they don't have a choice. Like if you had a room full of game devs, there's always going to be a senior member who tells them what to do. It's like I have friends who work in the game design and community, and you know they put recommendations forward for a game that I'm not allowed to talk about, and it's been shot down. Just right, no, fuck you, ain't got time, ain't got money. That's just how game like building a game is. Like, yeah, I would love to, you know, someone to be a multi-billion-pound gaming powerhouse and be, you know, a gamer, like an actual gamer. But there's rare because you also have to think like a money-making CEO, and most people just, you know, they're like, haha, I like money, fuck the people, am I right? And then that's how it all begins. Did you enjoy your rent? I enjoyed the rent. We have like definitely wasted like half an hour just been staring at this one screen. I enjoyed the rent. It was fun.
Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
I didn't.
Beat you to the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
Oh. Oh yeah, I just changed the sensitivity. That's so fast. Hold on. Also a little bit choppy. I enjoy the rants, but I'd rather enjoy The Witcher. Yeah, I feel like anyone who's turned up while I was just running, filing, like, where the fuck is this guy? Why is he not just playing the game? Gave me a brain aneurysm. You and Shinkai always just have, like, arguments that hurt each other internally. Because you're a dick rider when it comes to... Whoa! Oh yeah, I did go to school for it, so I know what goes into it.
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps.
It's a little bit choppy. I have to change